Have you ever felt like your cat changed, even though nothing obvious happened? They aren't angry, and they aren't aggressive. They're just quieter than before, more distant. They still eat normally, still sleep in their usual places, still move around the house as they always have. But something feels different, like a small space has opened between you that wasn't there before. This kind of distance rarely comes from one big mistake. It almost never happens overnight. Instead, it forms slowly, built from small habits repeated day after day. Ordinary things, familiar routines, actions done with love, but misunderstood through a feline lens. Cats don't react to intention. They react to patterns, and patterns shape how safe they feel around us. These are 5 everyday mistakes that slowly push a cat away, often without us realizing it, and why small changes can bring closeness back again. Mistake 1. Forced affection. The first mistake is forcing affection, even when it feels gentle and harmless. Cats do not hate affection. What they dislike is affection that arrives without warning or without choice. Being picked up suddenly, being held a few seconds longer than they want, or being petted past the point where their body is comfortable all send the same message. You are not in control of this moment. When a cat's tail begins to move sharply, it is not excitement. When their ears turn slightly to the side, it is not relaxation. When their body stiffens and they stop responding, they are not enjoying the interaction. They are tolerating it. Freezing is not consent. It is a waiting strategy. When this happens repeatedly, your cat begins to associate closeness with uncertainty. Touch becomes something they must prepare for instead of something they seek out. Over time, they don't stop loving you. They simply learn to keep a safer distance. Sitting farther away. Leaving sooner. Choosing observation over contact. Trust begins to return when the cat controls the moment. When you wait instead of reaching, when you offer your hand instead of lifting them, when you stop at the first sign of discomfort, your cat learns that closeness is predictable again. Respect rebuilds trust faster than affection ever could. Mistake 2. Inconsistency. The second mistake is inconsistent routines, something that feels completely normal to humans, but deeply unsettling to cats. Cats do not need strict schedules, but they rely heavily on predictability. They feel safest when the shape of the day makes sense. Food that appears at different times each day, play that happens randomly, attention that shifts depending on mood or workload all create an environment that feels unstable from a cat's perspective. To us, this is just life. To a cat's nervous system, it is constant uncertainty. This uncertainty shows itself in subtle ways. Increased vocalizing, restlessness, clingy behavior, or the opposite response of withdrawal and emotional distance. Over-grooming can appear, as can pacing or watching doors and windows more intently. These are not behavior problems. They are stress responses. Stability doesn't require perfection. One reliable feeding window, a short daily play routine, and a consistent way of greeting your cat each day can be enough to lower that background stress. When life feels predictable, cats relax. When they relax, connection becomes easier. Mistake 3. Safe zone limitation. The third mistake is disturbing safe spaces, often without realizing their importance. Every cat has places they have chosen for security. A particular chair, a shelf, a quiet corner, or a spot by the window where they feel fully protected. These places are not accidental. They are emotional anchors. When we pull a cat out of these spaces, rearrange the area around them, or disrupt them while they rest there, we unintentionally break a sense of safety. Even small changes can matter. A moved chair, a new object, or repeated interruptions teach the cat that no place is truly secure. A cat without a reliable safe space stays alert. Their rest becomes lighter. Their body never fully settles. Confidence slowly erodes, and with it, trust. When their chosen spaces are respected and left undisturbed, cats regain the ability to relax deeply. Safety allows trust to grow quietly, without effort. Mistake 4. Anger. The fourth mistake is reacting with anger, even briefly. Most cat owners have done this at least once. A raised voice, a sharp sound, a sudden movement made in frustration. Cats do not understand punishment or correction in the way humans do. They understand threat. One moment of anger can change how a cat perceives a person, not forever, but long enough to matter. Avoidance often follows. Flinching, watching hands more carefully, choosing distance over interaction. The cat remembers the feeling of fear, not the reason it happened. Repair begins with restraint, pausing before reacting, stepping away when emotions rise, and returning later with calm behavior teaches the cat that unpredictability has passed. Fear teaches nothing. Safety teaches everything. Mistake 5. Neglect. The fifth mistake is being physically present but emotionally unavailable, and it is the quietest of all. No yelling, no grabbing, just distraction, a phone in hand, a television playing, attention divided into pieces too small to notice the cat asking for connection. Cats try to connect in subtle ways. Sitting nearby, bringing a toy, offering a slow blink. When these attempts are repeatedly met with partial attention, cats do not escalate. They withdraw. Not because they don't care, but because they learn their effort doesn't change anything. Emotional distance grows silently. The cat is still there, still sharing space, but less involved, less expressive, less connected. What brings that bond back is not time, but presence. A short period each day with no screens, no multitasking, and no expectations. Just availability. Letting the cat decide whether to play, sit, or simply exist nearby. As you think back on these moments, it helps to remember that cats are not measuring us by effort or intention. They are measuring us by consistency and safety. Every interaction leaves a small imprint. Every pause, every reaction, every quiet choice adds up to a pattern your cat learns to trust or avoid. What often looks like distance is not rejection. It is caution. A cat pulling away is usually protecting themselves, not punishing you. And once you understand that, the behavior feels less personal and more understandable. They are not asking for perfection. They are asking for clarity. The most powerful changes are also the smallest ones. Waiting instead of reaching. Speaking softly instead of reacting. Leaving a safe space untouched. Showing up fully, even for a short moment. These things may feel insignificant to us, but to a cat, they reshape the entire emotional landscape of the home. Trust does not return all at once. Every video here is an invitation to slow down and notice the details cats share without words. The pauses, the glances, the routines that quietly shape how they feel around us. When we pay attention to those signals, we don't just improve behavior, we improve understanding. This space exists for curiosity, not judgment. For learning together, not being perfect. Each insight you take with you has the potential to change a single interaction, a single moment of safety, and over time, an entire relationship. That is how trust grows in the feline world. Quietly, patiently, and one thoughtful choice at a time. If any of this felt familiar, that does not make you a bad cat parent. It makes you human. Cats do not hold grudges. They hold patterns. When patterns change, trust follows. The signs appear quietly, sitting closer than before, sleeping more deeply, slow blinking without tension, relaxed posture in shared spaces. These are not accidents. They are trust rebuilding, one calm moment at a time. You're learning. Cats don't hold grudges. They hold patterns. When safety returns, trust follows. Look for small signs. Sitting closer, slow blinking, relaxed sleep. That's trust rebuilding. Quietly. Stay in the CatFactsFunny loop as we learn together and explore the cat universe more deeply. Shared understanding and thoughtful conversation help build safer, more trusting lives for cats everywhere. If this story resonated with you, liking and subscribing doesn't just support the channel, it helps strengthen awareness, respect, and trust in the feline world.